Oh, love it.
Time for Love and Local, and today's spot a whole lot of people love.
Yeah, it's Gurnee Donuts. It's a family-owned fixture in the northern suburbs, right there over on Grand Avenue. And one of the regulars is our own Mike Kaplan. And so we're giving Mike, you get the honors today.
Guilty as charged, and I was there yesterday picking up our weekly truckload of donuts to keep us happy here at the Kaplan House. I'm joined by Kevin Lee, who is essentially the owner, a co-owner of the establishment. And Kevin, you know, I love what you produce out there, but you've got quite the story here. You're a hardworking guy, but your mother, I don't know how she does it. Give us a little bit of the backstory, how she came to this country and how you guys got involved in the donut business, Kevin.
So my mom and dad both are survivors of the Khmer Rouge, which happened in the mid-'70s. So they came here in the late 70s, essentially with nothing. I mean, the last time my mom saw her parents was at the age of 14, and essentially just trying to make a living. My dad started making donuts in California, and he got his start like in the mid-'80s, and then he brought it over here to Illinois. And essentially, we've had Gurnee Donuts since 1994. Before that, we've also had two other donut shops before that weren't as successful as this now. And right now, we're 26 years later with Gurnee Donuts.
Now, Kevin, I know you're infusing a lot of your youth and enthusiasm into the products that you have. You've had some success even competing against some of the biggies in the city in Donut Fest. What do you think is the key to why Gurnee Donuts is doing so well for what kind of amounts to a mom and pop and son shop?
You know, we started as a mom and pop shop. I mean, we still are a mom and pop shop. And I think just with just keeping kind of like the traditional donuts and then adding like a little bit of a spin to it. And then, you know, obviously you're a Gurnee resident, Warren graduate. I mean, we're a big part of the community here as well. So just a lot of support. You know, 5 years ago we had a fire, we burned down. And just, you know, that year of anticipation of us reopening just created a lot of hype. So with us reopening and then also just participating in these various like donut competitions, I think has just given us a little notoriety within the community as well as the Chicagoland area.
All right, now real quick here, we're gearing up for kind of phase 4 here. You've been open. Give us the hours for your shop, and are you making any changes here? Are folks will be able to come in and sit down in Gurnee Donuts starting on Friday? What are the changes on the way? And do make sure to give a shout out for your hours, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we'll probably allow maybe one table inside. Right now, we're only allowing a few customers in at a time. Face masks, face coverings are required. We do have plexiglass as far as protection, and then usually after every big rush of customers, we sanitize, disinfect throughout. You know, even though we are kind of like on the borderline of Wisconsin, we do require that you do wear a face mask inside of our store. It's just to protect everyone, really.
All right, great. All right,
as far as hours go,
you know. Yeah,
as far as hours go, we're going to be open from 6 o'clock in the morning till at least noon. You know, if we have leftover inventory, we'll usually stay open later, sometimes till like maybe even like 2 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Well, excellent. I wish you continued success. You told me the other day you actually had a very good May. I'm glad to hear that. You got to stay in business because I got to keep my girlish figure going here. Kevin, I'll see you next Tuesday. And thank you for joining us this morning on Love and Local. Anita, you let me know when you need a dozen. I'll bring them into the studio when we get things back together.
Yeah, when the gang gets back together, Mike, you got to do that. Thanks a lot. And that was a good segment.
Okay,
thank you.
Sure.
A huge development in the investigation of what was thought to be a racist incident at